Well, we're
Point of order.
recording, so hopefully we're good to go.
Point of order, Lisa smells. Would anyone like to do the recap?
Only if you want it to be very short. I can do a very, very short one.
I mean,
Sure.
as long as you hit some of the points.
Cool.
We did things. Recap over.
We did things. So, we met a very slurpy vampire. And Kaiser felt bad for their hunger, and we're like, "Casca fuck." Yeah, he got friendly and let her have a little taste, to prove that he had hung out with both gods. That we
continue to
were able
hang out with
connect
them.
with it. Yeah, and they did not tear him apart, and he did not burn up on one side or something. The vampire is like, "What the? No, people don't do that." And he's like, "But I did." And she's like, "You'll have to let me taste you to believe you." And he's like, "Okay." And we're like, "Don't do that." He's like, "No, it's cool." And so yeah, and she's like, "Huh, interesting. Well, cool. In order for you guys, I just kind of like to know, are there many of you, or is it just you guys?" We gave her both answers. And she's like,
Always effective.
Yeah.
Gotta cover all our bases.
And then
yes, no. Oh,
after further talking, she's like, "All right, well, I would kill you right now, but since there's other people, we will feed and then you can go." And we're like, "How about we don't do that?" And they're like, "I don't think that's an option." And Beatrice is like, I think it is. And then she nat 20'd the fuck out of that. And the vampire is like, "What?" And then our buddies, they're knocking at the door like, hey, what's going on? And the vampire's like, "Fuck. Okay, yeah, I guess you can take a walk." And Beatrice wanted to continue being sassy, but fortunately for her, Abigail is smarter than she is and is pulling her away. Abigail tells her, "Don't be so sassy." Her sister says, "That's the stupidest and most brilliant thing you've ever done," and gave her a big hug. Kaiser is like, "Wow, I feel like this magic is getting eaten from the inside out. What the hell is this?" And it weirds us out about the vampires.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, we get to walk away from that one unscathed. Huzzah!
Oh yeah, the vampires did touch on no gods as their preference.
Yes, that's right.
Yes.
They're like, all the gods are stupid, and they're the reason we got into this mess. And we're like, our god is cool though, and you shouldn't fuck with us because our god will be mad.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure our god is cool.
I haven't talked to Desimata, so I don't really know.
We keep walking, and it's cold, and so we decide that fire would be nice in this nice little ring of trees that we hoped would hide us from the wingtail. It didn't. It's not. And so my husband got poisoned. That was bad. And we found that it was very difficult to hit. And unfortunately, Abigail's friend is now a meal for a wingtail. We tried very hard to save him and were unsuccessful.
Consequences.
Yeah. I am glad it wasn't one of us who died though.
Me too.
That is good. Beatrice talks with Abigail about the sword that she picked up, and Beatrice is sad about her friend. Does tell Abigail is sad about her friend. Does tell Beatrice, "Hey, you should learn how to use a sword," and makes her learn some basic stances. Not Veterian. Jesus Christ, wrong character. Kiara talks to her husband. He's like, "You know those symbols? I think they're important." And she's like, "Symbols? Huh. Those seem vaguely familiar. Hey, Abigail, come be a nerd. I know you're a secret nerd." And she came and she's like, "Yeah, nerding doesn't seem so bad right now after watching my friend get carried off by a death machine of, sinew and tail." And we looked at that and we're like, huh, that looks like the thing that makes the fire start from Tommy's stone. Things happened. I don't remember what happened after that.
Abigail attempted to do what Kaiser had done, which is hold both blades.
Yes, that's right. And she had to drop one of the swords. The green one.
She could not compromise. She doesn't know how Kaiser could. And Beatrice and Abigail had a conversation about that. And they gave. That's where the green sword got given to Beatrice. And now she's practiced with medium weapons.
Nice.
Yeah. We made jokes about Beatrice learning to use the sword, and Abigail having a throne of swords on her back.
Got to pare down the collection, or she's going to be too slow. This is like you're starting to look like you were starting to look like an actual like non-Witcher video game protagonist with like
Oh, you gotta put one in
Just
your
so many
teeth.
blades.
Just
Oh,
hold
yeah.
Yeah.
your teeth the
Go
whole
full
time.
Zorro from One Piece.
how many inventory slots do I? Yeah. So you made it till the following morning, and you again headed along the Pilgrim's Path. You could take an XP. That was actually quite a thorough recap,
Ooh.
Joe. That wasn't
Woo!
particularly short. It was very nice. You are headed towards the mountain and looking at sort of different. You can kind of see different paths up the mountain. At least the first bit is fairly straightforward. And kind of gradual, and then it looks like it gets a little more specific, a little more difficult as you go. The first thing that I will say that you come across that is kind of off to the side of the main path, but probably only a couple of 100 feet away, is you know what? Did I download the art for this? I started making art for some of these things, and then I was like, I got carried away with the other campaign, and I was like, I too much art.
Art, not enough time.
Yeah, basically.
Oh yeah. Also, Kiara
Yep.
is just really, really fucking stubborn about not dying. She made a rule that said her husband's not allowed to die. Abigail approves of this rule.
It's a good rule to have.
So
I
often,
approve
sort of the distance up at the side of one of these kind of smaller mountains, you see this. It looks like an abandoned camp of some kind, which you are welcome to either bypass or investigate as you see fit.
like to investigate.
Yes,
Absolutely.
investigation.
But
Am
like,
I able to
let's-
perceive if anyone's hiding from us in these
Maybe
dilapidated
Take a look.
walls?
level 4 perception check is a great start to roll. That is the wrong. I should switch
Tough
windows,
perception.
switch maps. Jesus Christmas. You're not sure.
What do your non-eagle eye see, Kaiser?
What do your lion eyes see?
Did
What
you
do your
say
god
beagle
eyes?
eyes or eagle
No.
eyes? Yeah.
Eagle. It's a cat with the face of a dog.
The wind is kind of picked up, Kaiser. It's you're a little squinty today. It's a squinty day. It's hard to tell things from a distance.
Into the quotes. In fact, it's a squinty.
He says that. It's a squinty day. I can't see much. It's a squinty.
Okay, well, I will cautiously approach the camp in order to investigate it.
All right. You enter the camp, and as you get closer, where the snow has kind of blown away and around a bunch of these objects, you see that there has been a significant amount of digging and like trenches cut in specific places. It looks like someone was trying to mine something out of the ground, like it was a surface deposit of something, and they had been working on it for quite a while. So they kind of built up this little mining camp around it. Kind of ramshackle, but they never progress. It doesn't look like they progress to the point of actually tunneling anywhere. But yeah, you can make me an investigation check, level 4,
Okay.
to and then tell me what is your interest in, like what they were mining, or is your interest in
Yes.
what they may have left behind?
Both. Could it be both?
Yes, 2 separate checks.
Okay.
Can I help you out?
I would appreciate it so much.
You can
Lovely.
ease the time. You can have an asset for helping.
Yay.
Abigail and Kaiser,
You said 4.
she seems to be uninterrupted as she starts to sort of open little, the little stool that has a little hinge on it, or move a box, or that kind of things. The shed there's barely anything to the shed that's there. You can hear the wind whistling through the thing.
That actually might be automatic.
Oh.
With my effort and having your help.
Yeah, final was 0. Always nice to have a 0. So was that for what were they mining, or what they left behind?
That
You
one
decide.
I'll do for what they left behind. I'll do the automatic one for what they were mining.
Okay. Cool. So you find a few interesting things. There is a box with some supplies in it that looks like it got left behind. It notably has a pair of pickaxes in it that you might find useful later, as well as some like an apron and like boot covers, all these kinds of things to sort of protect you while you're banging away at rocks all day.
Mm-hmm.
You also find, kind of tucked in with one of the outfits, is there is a box that has a bunch of runes on the outside. One of the sides is clear, and then the inside that you could see is mirrored and silver. The box is only about 3-4 inches across, about yay big. But looks like it has probably some magical properties or significance.
Who here is good at magic? Outside of, is it me? Is it only me?
Kaiser has some magical ability, but it's more about taking the magical energy from things.
Can
I
we?
can help you with identifying or assessing things if that's helpful.
Yeah, does it
Yeah.
seem dangerous? Would
Yeah, is it gonna blow up if
would
we open it?
Kiara's
I
Kind of
can
ability-
thing.
definitely do an identifying or assessing danger. I got a skill in that.
Cool. That'd be level 2.
Like, is that gonna blow us up?
Automatic? Cool. The box is not dangerous. It does look like the reason it's open on the one side, you would guess, is to let light into it. So it always can get light in, even when it is closed or sealed.
Okay. The box is currently closed, so yes.
Yes.
And the
All right.
runes, are they just carved into it? Do they glow? Do they seem to have any of like the gemstone resonance?
The runes are carved into the outside. They appear when you like hold them in the sun. They appear to like reflect the sunlight and intensify the reflection. So they're like, yeah.
Gotcha.
If
Does it seem to be
Abigail,
locked?
no, it is not locked. Just a little clasp on the side so it doesn't fall open. Fairly simple little box. Does Abigail have anything, skills for research, deduction, anything like that?
No, in fact, I have an inability in lore and knowledge.
There you go. Not down with that.
I feel like
I think Abigail, as everybody's poking around, she's probably just watching everyone's back, making sure nothing pops out.
You do have all the NPCs with you as well, folks.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Okay. Oh, I'm assuming nobody here can read the runes. Like, we don't know what these runes say or anything like that.
You have an ability to read things, do you not, Beatrice? You read the note.
Can I read things?
I think you can.
Pretty sure
think
you
have
can.
I was gonna say because I only have Babel and that's speaking.
Yeah, he can talk. You can read. I think that was the way.
Yeah, it's not my blessing of the gods.
Should be one of your speaker abilities.
Yeah, I just don't remember which one it is.
The fast talk?
It's
No.
not fast talk.
No. Oop.
How did I read it?
Which ones do you have?
I got fast talk, erase memories, demeanor of command, blessing of the gods, retinue, television nobility.
Did you think you were going to take it and then not take it? I'm wondering.
I think so. But no, I don't. How did I read the notes?
Throughout what is about to become a retcon, but
Oh, my bad. That might have been me who read the note.
Oh, okay. I was
Oh.
like, I don't remember
What do you
reading
have?
the note.
I have deciphering.
Yeah, that sounds. Is that a skill or is that an actual ability?
That's a skill.
Cool. You can roll me a level 4 deciphering check to see if you can be deciphering.
Ready. Level 4.
I thought we were ciphering.
Yeah, we have to go home if we decipher. It's
Yeah.
Don't do it too intensely.
Yeah, I got that one to go with my forgery. That's why I have that one.
Ah. Which is ciphering, really, potentially.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, 18.
Very nice. So, the symbols on the box are pretty simple, but it looks like one for basically for light or to identify, like to attract or identify or do light, and then one for a symbol that you would like amplify or focus. You're not sure what the meanings of the runes exactly are, but it looks like this box is meant uh, to allow light to charge things. Like, just having the sun shine on you helps you like rejuvenate, but this would be like if you had a small object um, and place it in here over the night and leave it for a day, it will recharge an otherwise dormant piece of like a chip of the green or something that you accidentally discharged. It will recharge something. You think maybe they were using them for in the mines, and they would perhaps something would break off regularly or whatever, and as a result, they would have to like boost them this way. As you're looking around, it's fairly apparent to you because you passed that check automatically. This was it's quartz and copper together. Most of the copper has been mined out, but it looks like they found a surface deposit of copper and we're mining that out in order to use it for, copper's a very versatile metal.
Okay. With knowing, I'm assuming Kiara told me what these runes mean. And we kind of
Yeah,
Yeah, okay. I think she'll open the box to see if there's anything left inside.
it is empty at the moment.
Well, does anybody have anything they need to recharge?
Yeah. Do we have any inert crystals or gems?
Abigail has one.
Ooh. Let's put it in there.
I was gonna say, even if it's the dagger blade, I will allow it in this case. Was it dagger or was it something else?
It was
Just
just
a chip.
one of the. It was a shard she picked up
A
that
shard.
she decided she was going to use as a dagger if she needs
And then
to.
it
She's never
discharged?
used it.
Yeah.
No,
So
it was discharged by the time we found it, but that's.
so by tomorrow, you will have another charge one that will again discharge on a 1d6 because you do not have runes or of any kind to hold that enchantment. Cool. You kind of look around. There's not a lot else that was left. The people who packed up, the mining deposit is not completely depleted, but you suspect that a lot of people were leaving places and trying to back up as this Sonator shadow descended, and they were trying to find safe places to stay. Yeah, you continue on. Go ahead and everybody make me a perception check. Don't add effort, just make me a perception check. This is passive perception, cipher way.
How would we roll perception if we don't have that?
Just roll a d20.
Okay.
Just a d20.
My dice can go fuck themselves tonight.
Kaiser, are you feeling the blood drain from yesterday a little more than you thought?
Yeah, Asterion fed on me at night, and now I'm feeling woozy the next
God
day.
damn.
Oh, God. Damn it. -1 to all of that? Come on.
So, Abigail, you spot just kind of in the foothills, it looks like part of a sculpture or something sticking out from behind a hill that nobody else sees. That's going a couple of like 500 feet away. It's kind of obscured by another bunch of trees, and then a kind of the way the hill comes up. You're just kind of like looking back and forth. You spot it as two things kind of cross over one another. And Beatrice, sort of, within a couple of minutes of that, regardless of what you do with the first thing, you see a fairly thick line of trees, but you catch a really weird glint of green in it as you're walking up, and you try and catch it again, but like you can't line it up. Whatever you saw.
There's if I'm assuming she'll go to Abigail anyway. She's the one who's gonna think she notices things better than the rest of the party. But she'll point into the direction where she saw like the green shine and be like, "There was something there, but I can't seem to find it again."
When you approach Abigail, I think she's probably actually farther away from the group than you might think. She looks like she's ready to like go somewhere on her own, and she like you approach her and she looks at you with like a startled look on her face, like she wasn't intending for anybody, like she's in trouble. You know, like she didn't want to get in trouble for wanting to go for the statue that she saw. And so when you do talk to her, she says, interesting. There's also this thing over here that I found. We should check it out.
Good.
And Abigail walks. She walks to the statue.
Okay, or you could just wait until I join you and sort of just immediately going. Okay. But she will
I'm trying to do this thing where I'm fueling my curiosity. It's just been a while since I've done that, and I really want to just try it again.
Okay. She'll go over with Abigail to look at the statue.
Tommy breaks off and follows both of you because it's just his habit to see. You know, he's.
What do you think your sister and Abigail are doing? You think they want to go shoot some deer?
Right? That would damage her nails. I feel like she's not super into that.
Oh, there goes Tommy. Maybe we should.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the two religious ladies are like, what are we are not staying under the pilgrims path. Are we not the pilgrims anymore? No? Okay. I guess so we follow wherever we go with the lady with the biggest swords.
Just yeah. Come with us. It's safer and.
Is it?
No. Just don't want to die alone.
Ooh, into the quote.
There's no time for flirting, Kaiser.
You're not to hear.
As you get closer, you are actually what you spotted was just sort of one of the taller of a semicircle of stones. And at the head of these, as you get within about 100 feet, there's a gray polished rock throne at its head. And it's kind of raised up a little bit, facing out over the valley, looking back towards the docks that you came from. Then when you expose the whole area in front of the throne is what is possibly a brazier or a fire pit made of a copper metal half sphere at its bottom. And then the upper half of the sphere is cut open like long, jagged metal fingers or claws that are pointing up that come closer together. But it's almost like more of a tapered thing they almost touch at the very top. If it was meant to hold something, which it kind of looks like it was balancing something, that part is currently not there. It's just the metal brazier. You're still like 50 feet away. You're just sort of looking at this whole thing.
What do you think that's supposed to hold? Abigail says as she walks.
And she'll keep going. I don't know, like braziers hold like fire sometimes, right? Like a torch or like it will hold fire, maybe a stone of some sort, or
I wonder where it would be, if not here.
Maybe it was stolen. Maybe somebody was running from Frontier and decided to steal it. Sutir?
I mean,
Sutir?
Sonator.
Sonator. I'm tired.
Sonos like the speakers. Sonotor.
Senator. I'm thinking of the last campaign with another S name. The guy we ran into.
As I said to Lauren earlier today, I just kind of sound out the syllables in my head. Whatever feels right is what ends up at. And sometimes it all sounds the same.
Yeah, I think that Abigail is just gonna keep walking until she gets there. She'll slow down once she gets closer to it, but I think that once she does get there, she'll do a little bit more looking to see if there's like traps or if this is something that we can just like go in and start exploring.
Sure. Roll me an investigation check.
Can I help?
As usual, level 4. Yes, you can help.
Okay. So just straight in investigation.
Yep.
An asset.
Oh,
Failure.
no.
You're looking around. There's a lot of there's some dots and symbols on the stones that are around the perimeter. There is a lot of like corrosion and pitting on this brazier over time. You look in the bottom. It looks like someone did have a fire here. It's got that like sort of permanent ashy mark that you get when even when you clean it out. Like it's never completely polished again.
Yep.
You get up to the throne and look out, and it is a commanding view of the valley. The way they have placed it, it's sort of a look upon my works in despair kind of view. You're like, if I put this here, it would be like I wanted the whole thing. Like I was looking down on something from a point of power.
Interesting.
Anybody else wants to? Tommy starts to poke around because he's that kind of guy. He takes out a little cloth when he gets to the corroded brazier, and he licks it, and he starts to like rub the edge of the brazier and rub some of the stuff off of it.
Could we tell what could be like the missing piece, or what maybe might be the missing piece within the brazier?
If you take a wild guess, I think that's probably like a level 7 check without any other context clues as to what's going on.
Okay, let's not do that.
Do the tines of it come up and look like they would hold something spherical?
Yeah.
Or are they
Does it
all
look
raised
like
to like the
claws of a
same?
ring?
They're coming in like a bunch of, again, it's either teeth or fingers. It's
Right.
symbolic. They're kind of jagged, but they're all pointing up. So you would maybe something balanced on them, but not like it's grabbing something.
Okay.
Upon inspecting the throne itself, is there anything like a slot or a compartment that may be tucked into one of the sides?
Can I help him by identifying function?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead and make me an investigation check. We will do level 5, but you have an asset because you're looking for something very specific about like moving pieces and such, and you have another asset because of Joel's help. Sorry, Yara's help, because Joel's probably not very good at this.
Reduce it to 3.
Not so much.
Oof.
Wow, you're having a time.
Right.
You could have put effort into
nothing.
that if you wanted to. Didn't feel like putting effort into that?
Sure, yeah.
May
Okay. Subtract 1 effort, and you make the check.
Cool.
Yay.
Yeah, you find there is a compartment like in the front under what looks like the stone. There is a part of it which pulls out. There is a pack with a rope, one of the scale-shaped rocks that Tommy has inside, and then there is a crude map of a number of pathways on the mountain. You sort of recognize the outline of the mountain. Very much like hand-drawn on a piece of cloth, and many times rolled and unrolled, but still legible.
Mhm.
One of the
I-
spots that is
sorry.
picked out, one of the spots that's picked out has a spot with what look like eyes and fangs on it.
Ooh.
And does that seem to be relative to where we are, if I can identify where that may be on the map? Before or after?
Level 3 perception check, or you can hand it over to your map
Yes.
specialist friend.
We'll suggest that idea and give it to Kiara.
Beautiful.
Take an asset on the check, level 4. I don't know if that's automatic or not. Probably. I mean, you can make it automatic, probably.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Level 4. And I have an asset.
Yay!
Ooh.
Woo!
Huzzah! It looks further up the mountain from where you are. It is not demarcating this spot. You have a pretty good idea of where it is, provided that the paths that you run into kind of start to match up. Kiara, you could probably get to there. You also, as you're examining the map, think it's probably someone's impression of trying to draw the red symbol that you saw on the with all of the other symbols. They were not an artist.
Mhm.
I'm gonna turn Abigail. Do you think this is that red symbol, right? Like, kind of squints and
The one we were talking about this morning, yesterday, when we were talking about that.
yes to
Those
both.
symbols? Okay. Yes, I mean, it looks similar. It's kind of a little jagged right here. I remember it being a lot smoother, but I mean, it looks like it.
If you hadn't had her insight, you might have thought someone's trying to denote like a predator's location, like oh, there's a bear here or a snake or something,
Mhm.
you know. But now that she's pointed that out, you're like, no, that's probably they're using that symbology intentionally. They're as Tommy he polishes up
Temple.
a big section of it, and he's like, this would be nice if it hadn't got out here and all pitted and everything in the weather. They should have really taken better care to put like a little roof over it or something. You can see there's a bunch of details that he's brought out by polishing it up around the rim of this brazier.
I want to take a look.
Yeah, I'm gonna go take a
Absolutely.
look with you.
Yeah,
Actually, that's a lie.
there
While you guys
is-
are looking at that, I'm probably still trying to figure out where the map thing is in relation to everything else we've done so far. I'm trying to build maps.
I think Abigail would probably be trying to help you figure that out.
Sorry, realistically, you wouldn't have my help unless you call for it. I'm busy
Okay.
doing
No.
other stuff.
You see that right at the sort of the top of that semicircle where it starts to be cut apart. There is an inscription that looks like it probably runs all the way around. And it's not runes. It is in sort of a more conventional script, similar to stuff that you've seen in a couple of places, like in the town, and similar to the writing on the note.
Okay.
Certainly uses the same alphabet as all of those things.
Yeah. Kaiser knows the language, right? Could he read it?
No, Kaiser can speak and understand the language.
Yeah.
You want your sister if you want help.
He is currently sitting on the throne, and he would recommend. Oh, that's like a note. You could take it and like a cross reference.
Yeah.
It's
She'll
comfy.
call for. Are you sure it's okay to sit on that throne? Isn't it all menacingly looking? Like I shall rule this valley.
I'm trying to give myself some perspective.
Do you feel the urge to take over this entire valley for your own gain?
No, it's just I wonder who else is sat on this chair looking over all of this.
Make me an intellect defense roll level 5 as you get comfy in the chair, Kaiser.
I was gonna sit in the chair. Oh, you beat me to it.
Is this considered resisting temptation?
No, not in this case.
Okay. So difficulty 5?
Yes.
Oh, do you ever have to yank Kaiser off his chair? Hell yeah, let's go!
Kaiser, man, the chosen one.
What is to Kaiser? What is the smell of home?
That's a good question.
Dirty parchment. Dirty parchment and ink.
As you try and like take in and try and figure out what what the purpose of this throne was, what the motivation was behind it, and you take a deep breath in, you catch a distinct whiff of your office with an open inkwell, maybe that you had just spilled a little bit and had to dab it up, and the parchment that had been the vellum from pages of legal documents past, and you get a sense of home more than anything else, of sort of settling in, of a place to call your home base. It's a weird sensation. It's not what you were expecting to feel, I don't think, looking out over the valley.
You know, this would be a really great place for a new office.
Wind blows across. Everyone else puts their heads up, grabs their scarves, tucks them around their faces.
No new office. Papers wouldn't go anywhere.
His eyes are closed. He's like the picture of serenity.
Yeah. Strangely, he doesn't seem to be blown as much sitting on the throne. Maybe it's just because it's kind of got the sides on it and the arms come up a bit, but he seems much less inclined to worry about the weather in this location.
Beatrice will just think Kaiser's being weird, you know?
It is a bold statement to make.
The magic, the vampire bite, and being the conduit of two separate gods who's finally actually getting to him a little bit. So she's like, okay. And she'll call over to Kiara and be like, could you help out with figuring out what this might read as?
Oh, sure. She's gonna rustle through her stuff to try to find that letter to use as a reference point and do what she can do.
Because this is in plain English, this is we will say a level, not plain English, plain language. Yeah.
Sorry, and I was wrong. It is not a plain skill. That's why I couldn't find it earlier. It is one of the special abilities. It's
okay. Just say you understand.
It's as it cost, but depending on
It is the minimum roll, level 3.
Beautiful. Oh no, come back. There we go.
Wait, stop, don't. Come back.
Wait, don't. Stop. Oh, Horatio, don't go over there. Stop, please.
You never handled the scale, did you, Kaiser?
Oh no, he picked that up.
He did handle the scale?
Yeah. He would put the rope over his shoulder and then just hold on to that stone.
Okay. So yeah, when you do that, you get a sense that of the fourth magic. I believe you have touched them all briefly now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It is like being wrapped in a blanket. That feeling when you're kind of dozing off on the couch and someone comes and puts a coat over top of you because you look cold.
The cozy.
Yeah. It is a sense of comfort, but also the warmth of this thing is like inherently inside, and the more you sort of hold it and squeeze it, the more you can feel that magic coming out of it and want to increase that heat. You get the sense that warmth, heat, that is the base material of this rather than light.
So we've got the magic of light, the magic of heat, the magic of ambition, and the magic of law.
I think Kaiser would call it that he's touched all four. Peace or quiet, or solace, community and commonality of effort, independence and ambition, and comfort and shelter.
Is it with the scale stone?
Yeah.
Does it evoke any sense of like coziness? Yes, but does it have any care attached to it? Does it have maybe love attached to it? Because would you give these things to people you didn't at least care about?
No, you feel like that they are a token of affection, in the sense of wanting someone to be sheltered or protected.
Gotcha.
That it would be very symbolic to give this to someone to go out on a trip, so they always had a ready source of fire at their hands, right?
Cool.
Your inscription. Once Tommy manages to polish all the way around the edge and clear it all off. It is long enough that it actually repeats, you realize, but it says, first of all, a word that you have not seen before. The pronunciation, I suppose you would estimate, is Zuatorix. That's Xuatorix.
Sorry, XUATURIX.
Torix. Zuatorix.
Swatorix. That makes more sense if that's a no.
Is that a name?
Swatorix. Do I have any idea what it might mean?
It appears to be a proper name, because it says Zuatorix, whose breath sustains us, under whose eye we have learned the secrets of cutting light and dark, offers us the infra light, that our eyes may be clear always. I will put that in session notes.
Can you put that in chat?
I'll translate that for anybody who's listening.
Is there any mention of what these stones may be made of? Does it seem to be glass? Does it seem to be a gemstone?
This seems to be it's some kind of rock, maybe like a flint or a shale, like a very thin,
gotcha,
kind of rock. Well, that was a burb.
Wow.
Yes, I think the idea of being terribly sheltered or insular, or never venturing out, right?
Mm-hmm.
Fear of the unknown would be the
like isolation.
Yep, would be the negative pole of that same concept.
Okay, like there's always like a positive and negative pole.
Yep.
With it. Like, I wonder what that one would be.
I'm so sorry. Would you mind, while we're waiting for our fabulous Abigail to come back, could you repeat the different types of magic for me one more time?
Yep. So Sonatar is peace, darkness, and rest.
Peace, darkness, because I have these notes in a different book, which I cannot currently find.
Hello! Desimata is community, cooperation, and conformity.
Okay.
Ruatil is ambition, individuality, and I guess your ultimately recklessness would be your, or chaos would be your negative pole of that. And then Zwatorix is comfort, home, and then potentially isolation.
All right. Thank you for
Greg,
that.
can you put the inscription down?
It is in
And, session
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 notes.
I don't see it.
Underneath.
Did I put
it's
it
in
the
New
wrong
Dawn
Underneath the
session
Nightmare.
notes?
NSVU.
Oh dear. I will delete that.
Like, oh, I don't see it here. Also, does my voice sound rough? I've been on the
Yep.
verge of losing
A
my
bit,
voice
yep.
this whole week. So
We
I
love you.
apologize in advance.
And it also seems, just based on what's being told to us
Mhm.
about, at least what has been told to us about Esmeralda, there may be some slight differences
Yeah, I was thinking that. I was like, I wonder if there's a difference
between
between Desimata and
Yeah.
Esmeralda. Yeah.
The differences are more subtle than
Yeah, very, very
any of the
subtle.
other differences. Yeah.
Mhm. Like, we haven't technically ever felt Esmeralda's. We've only ever felt Desimata's, but Esmeralda's not here, so.
Big on.
Infralight. Our eyes may always be clear. Can I ask Tommy real quick to get out his scaled stone?
Yeah. He pulls it out after fishing around in a big bag for a while. The rag
Right.
disappears inside.
Mm.
Right?
Yeah, she's like, I don't know, this might be stupid, but she's gonna like try to hold it up to her eye and see if like she can see anything or if there's like
It
any way you
is
can look through it.
it is opaque. Does not
So you
it
can
does
look
not
through
have
it.
any no, it does not have any
Oh,
translucency. It is a solid object.
okay. Does the one Kaiser have right now, is that opaque at all? Is that like that
They're
makes
very
any
similar actually. You look
Hmm.
at them, they're slightly different sizes. The overall appearance though is they very much either came from the same artist or they came from the same source if they were not carved.
Mm. What's the infralight? Our eyes may always be clear. Huh. We'd have to be in some sort of darkness to be able to see with this?
Can I do an identifying function?
Yeah. On what?
Uh, the thing
There's the
she's trying to.
brazier. There's the brazier. The object she has. The big stones encircling you, and the throne. So you got lots of stuff you can try
Yeah,
to
I got
identify
lots
the
of stuff.
function of.
Maybe I'll do them one at a time.
Sure.
Let's start with the thing my sister's holding.
Right. Scale.
Teamwork makes the dream
Stone
work.
scale.
Yeah. How big are these like stones? Like for both Tommy and Kaiser, like how big are they? Are they like
About as big as your hand. Like, I mean, the one is the size of, say, a woman's typical hand. One of the size of and Tommy's the size of a man's. But they're
okay.
not that very
Okay.
different.
Difficulty?
3.
Thank you.
Nice.
Boop, boop.
These objects are the purpose that you have determined for them seems to be the thing for which they are primarily useful for. Someone really creative might be able to do something useful with them. you can imagine a group of them together could generate a tremendous amount of heat and do some
Mhm.
weird things, but you'd need more than two.
Yeah.
You don't see any way that they would produce or filter light unless
Alright.
the definition of light is not what you understand it to be.
Which it might not be.
I mean, when you think about it, it doesn't matter if it's daytime or nighttime. If you have a fire, it makes its own light.
True.
You
I
know?
have not looked at the throne yet, so I'll go check out that one next.
Yeah, sit in it.
Gonna get
Does he
off of it?
actually say that?
Yeah.
She does it.
Plop yourself down on it, put your hands out. I would say that this will also include your at least a cursory examination of the stones. Level 4, but make the same level 5. First of all, level 5 intellect defense roll.
All right, I got a skill with intellect defense, so
Well, yeah, it's an asset.
yeah,
It'll bring it down by 1.
ready. That's the wrong thing. Let's try that again. Level 4.
One of those where you
intellect
probably
defense.
want to fail, so I guess you could volunteer to fail it if you want. If that's
Yeah, I'm just gonna volunteer to fail it because it's fun.
Yeah.
I want to know things.
yeah,
Sounds good, right?
feel you get a whiff of a pleasant scent that reminds you of somewhere comfortable. I think probably good coffee.
Yep,
If I had to
100%.
guess.
Good coffee and baked bread.
Yeah, you have not smelled that in a very long time. And then everyone watches her sort of tense up and her eyes just kind of lock forward for a minute and she doesn't move. As you feel that emotion take you back in time, your whole mind shifts somewhere completely different past that. It like zooms right past it, somewhere where you've never been, or some time that you have never been. You are on the throne, and each of the rocks in this large circle is only lit on the inner surface by the brazier, which
Like
is
the
burning.
warmth coming out.
Yeah. The warmth is reflecting off of a faceted stone that is placed in the top.
Stone.
Knew
Yes.
it. I was thinking about that.
And when you look up in the night sky, you see something quite unusual from your few days on this planet is that neither the sun nor the moon has any presence. It is only stars.
Oh.
Ooh.
You feel as if this is a particularly timed ceremony or moment or celebration to have that alignment of things going on. You note in your mind how the stars look. And there are a number of other figures interspersed between the stones. And they are humanoid. Their eyes have a odd sort of glassy reflection to them in this light. And the other thing that you find strange is the colors are shifted as the light is passing through this crystal to bask everyone in this light. Instead of blue and purple being regular colors, what you see is the extremities of the exposed skin of the people being highlighted in blue and purple as though you are seeing their warmth come off of them.
So it's seeing in infrared.
Yeah, it's like the whole rainbow got moved around
Yeah.
so that you can now see heat at the cost of not really being able to tell anything at that end of the rainbow. Everything has been shifted.
Wild.
As you
So fucking cool. Sorry, Greg. That's awesome.
That's cool.
as you like take in the whole scene, there is the sense of a tremendous breath in that is not yours
Yeah, I
and
was
out.
just about to ask, whose eyes am I looking through?
You can't tell, but the in and out is also not this person's. It's just the sense of around you, a breath
Oh,
in and out,
the
and
stone is
a tremendous warmth washes over you on the exhale, and you smell the breaking bread and the hot coffee, and your eyes return to the current moment.
okay.
Wow.
Yeah,
I
it smells
think
good, right?
I think she does take a moment to just sit there like, oh, and just bask in that feeling of comfort.
You kind of seemed like you went to a completely different place than Kaiser went to.
Oh, right. And she's gonna get out of the chair and she's gonna look for a stick in the snow or parchment. No, she's got paper. She's gonna mark down the stars to the best of her memory to try to take note of
Ooh.
what she saw. To try to figure out
As you
later when we know more about the astronomy, like what time of year was that?
as you're going around like looking at everything, like sort of trying to compare to your vision and figure out where you were and everything else, you see that though the markings are quite basic, that significant parts of the night sky have been marked on each of the stones
Astronomy.
as like when everything aligns, this is the spot that you were supposed to be
Oh,
in.
wicked. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And she's gonna. Is that constellation?
I haven't really actually been paying attention to those.
So, and she's gonna turn to Kaiser. Did you see through somebody else's eyes when you
Sorry.
sat?
Okay, you all have been making it seem like I'm the crazy one.
Well, you've normally been doing the crazy things.
Well, now it's her turn. No, I didn't see through. I smell. I, s- I
She
smelled my
scowls at
office.
that.
That's it. I smelled my office. It was very nice. I missed it. That's it. What? What did
Okay.
you see?
Beatrice.
All I did
What
was
did you
smell.
see? You like stared out for a while.
What I smelled coffee and cake and baked bread. It was home. And then it's like if I could see redder reds than red, and it's like colors got pushed further. I think it's somebody who has different kinds of eyes than we do. And there were like
Huh.
people like humanoid in a circle. They sort of had like their eyes were like they were made out of some sort of obsidian, like dark
Hmm.
and glassy, and something breathed, and then that feeling of warmth and comfort and safety, it just washed over you like that feeling when it's really cold out and you walk into a warm, uh, you know, roaring fire room. It felt like that, but for your heart and mind. It was amazing.
Hmm.
And when I looked up at the sky, that's why I was trying to note this down. There was no sun or moon, it was just stars. And generally in astronomy, that only happens in certain times of year or cycles of any kind. Yeah, I think we have some idea about Zeratrix. I mispronounced that.
Watorix?
Watorix. Thank you. Watorix, and their worship at some point?
Hmm.
There was a massive. You didn't see anything, and she's looking at Kaiser like,
Nope.
dude, come on, you're always the crazy one. What the fuck?
I'm sorry to disappoint, but no.
The
It was,
visions are all you.
and she's looking at Beatrice like, no, but you do the magic.
I don't see crazy visions sitting on a throne.
That's gotta be in the realm of magic anyway.
Kaiser
not-
goes and puts his hand on Kiara's shoulder. And closes his eyes, and he will quietly or silently ask Desmata for a premonition regarding this Zortorix.
Ooh.
A premonition is one
It's just a
useful.
random. It doesn't
Yeah.
even have to be useful.
Yeah.
Gotta ask though.
To learn the more, you must go below.
Oh.
I don't know if we have the tools, but if we want to learn more, we have to go below.
You,
Let's go
Beatrice, you remember the map in your hands or in your pocket.
I'll take it out.
Oh, sorry. Is it Beatrice has the map, or does Kiara have the map? Sorry,
Kiara would
I
have
said
that.
Beatrice. Kiara has the map. Kiara, you remember the symbol, I think, and Abigail would as well, of this face on the map.
Pull it out. Below. Like, do you think that's what this is? Some entrance? Some.
So we could go down below. Into like the mouth of the beast or something.
Yes,
Gonna
but the
turn-
problem is it might be an actual beast
Why
that
would
we're not
Decimata
prepared to
tell
fight.
him to do that?
To do what?
I don't know.
I don't think she's
Samara
going
was
to put
to
us in any
enter-
like direct danger, but it might be dangerous where we go. It's gonna. I mean, it's a dangerous right now.
Dangerous and beast waiting to eat us have overlap, but are not the same thing.
Right.
Well, Kiara, how far away is this spot?
They're not far. And I give her the amount that I think it is.
You figure
Okay.
somewhere either today, at the latest tomorrow, you could find on the mountain. You don't have a sense quite of the scale of the map right now,
Yeah.
but you're like, the mountain is something you can get to. If you really speed ran it and didn't run into any obstacles, you could get to the top of the mountain by the end of the day today. Maybe after sunset, but you could do it. There's going to be all kinds of obstacles. Like rushing is not going to help you.
I could
Yeah.
get there today with everybody tomorrow.
Okay. Well, I mean, we could still have time to get to the top of the mountain, and we have no idea what's awaiting for us there. So
So getting to the mountain,
maybe
camping out, and then going down tomorrow after resting.
sounds like a good idea. We could be prepared, and who knows, maybe another god's assistance would be helpful.
Tommy looks at you. He goes, there's only one place I can think that you can go below while you're still climbing up.
What's that?
The mountain.
That's true. Maybe there's a passageway that we could go below and get upwards.
I kind of thought, sorry,
Well,
above table, is that not what the map was marking? I thought that's what the map was marking. My bad.
The map's marking an entrance, but you don't know if the entrance is part way up the mountain, but you don't know if it just is like, here's a room, or if it's like, here's a whole,
I thought it was marking a door. My bad.
it possibly, yeah. But does the door just go to?
Yeah.
It doesn't say where the door goes to. It doesn't have
Yeah.
any map beyond the door.
No,
Is it
no.
like mine
It
entrance or
just
like
seems
Cave
like
of Wonders
our
type
best
shit?
lead at the
Yeah.
moment. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think it would be. It's not like. I don't think it would be time. It's not like we are so close on time. We could do this and reasonability, and maybe it could lead us to the top of the mountain in a safer way, or we could avoid extra dangers on there.
I also think Desmata would want us to learn more about this place that she has brought us to.
And wingtails are unlikely to be in there.
Yes. But we only ran into 3 of the 4 factions of magic. Really, maybe we need to figure out the 4th more.
You remember that green glint off in the trees suddenly when you
I was going to
mentioned
say,
3 other
did
kinds of
Beatrice
magic.
mention that to anybody?
I
Nope.
mentioned it to Abigail. I pointed it out. Actually, and she'll start heading off to that direction.
Shit,
Where are you
Abigail goes-
going? Beatrice,
Abigail
I run
starts-
after you.
Abigail starts following and says, "Oh, I know where she's going," and she'll catch up.
Hey, Kiara, do you think they're going to go off and shoot some deeraboo? Wait.
I intend to trip you.
Well,
It's
it's
funnier
just
every
ran
time
off
you say
again.
it.
Give me a new situation where 2 people go off without explaining much, and then I'll use that.
What do you think your daughter and Nero get up to?
I ask her no question, she tells me no lies.
Your daughter and Nero. What do you think Beatrice and your daughter get up to? Sorry, that's what I meant to say. What does your daughter get up to with herself?
Also, no questions, no lies.
Yeah, no
Also,
questions
no
asked.
questions.
None.
That's her private time. I don't need to be involved.
I didn't choke on that one.
Yeah, this is like a long stretch of trees that you're coming up on, and as you get closer, you're like, oh, it's quite maybe at its widest, it's like 50 feet wide. It was luck of the draw that I spotted whatever. There's kind of a path through it. It does look like maybe from time to time someone passes through here, but there's a lot of like pushing branches out of your way and kind of sidestepping and zigzagging. Are you how are you approaching? Like, is this because obviously you just basically strode up to the last one because it was wide open.
Yeah.
But I know you have been cautious previously, so I offer you various.
Shall be cautious again.
Sure. Make me we'll do a perception check. That would be level 3.
Just my intellect.
Yes. If you do not have perception as a skill, it's an
I
intellect
do
check.
not. Yes. We'll apply effort.
Abigail, you can do the same because you're not far behind her. Success for Beatrice.
Yes. Also gonna. Nah. Yeah, I'll wait.
Take your 1 action recovery.
I was gonna wait.
You're gonna
That's okay.
Oh no!
I love
mean,
it.
not the end of the world.
Yeah.
Beatrice kind of like you spot both of you at about the same time, like a mass of green that is not a tree. It is like translucent and shimmering in the light, and you realize that there is probably the largest single chunk of the moon of Ruatil that you have ever seen. And Beatrice, you are like trying to skirt around to see what angle to approach this, because maybe there's someone watching it or protecting it, whatever. And the distraction of watching Beatrice do this weird little sidestep, and you're like trying to figure out a strategy. You sidestep into a pit covered with a bunch of branches and leaves, and you slide down into the bottom of it. You take 3 might damage. If you're wearing armor, it would reduce your. It would help you. It is not. It's not irrespective. You're not wearing armor. 3 might damage.
Nope.
Another fall for Abigail, which is kind of her
Seems
brand.
to be
Yeah.
seem to be her brand for sure.
No! Abigail,
Sorry.
again.
Kaiser and Kiara, take an XP for your experiences at the shrine.
I think Abigail is so focused when she falls into the pit, she doesn't even make a noise. It's just kind of like it's like she doesn't scream or anything. She just finds herself at the bottom of the pit.
Do I hear the thud?
Uh,
Oh yeah, you hear the
Cannonball hitting
breaking
the
of
ground.
branches and all this rustling.
Beatrice turns right back around and is like, go.
Oh. He called out
Yeah.
for you.
I'm fine.
Gonna head off into the direction of
And
it
she-
so I'll see the hole. What? How did this?
Be
Are you
careful.
okay?
There is a hole here.
into the
Thank you for your
grooves.
diligent service to finding holes.
Hey, anything for the
That's a-
family.
You remember the family, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, half of us are dead.
Yeah. Abigail will get up and I guess she'll inspect this hole she fell down. Is it like just a trap?
Straight trap.
Okay.
Like someone
Great.
set it to prevent someone from approaching here. Kind of crude. You could obviously approach a whole bunch of different ways, but you're thinking back now. You're like, yeah, this was the easiest possible way to approach this spot. This was, the obvious way.
Do you need help getting up?
About 8 feet high. Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure. This is. I mean, I
Who has
found the
the rope?
traps I've been looking for. I guess.
There you go. She'll look out too. I'm assuming everyone has been following up.
Yeah, everyone's kind of caught up.
Who's got the rope?
I have a rope.
Yeah, no roll required. Just a couple people holding it. You climb back out. She's covered in like pine leaves.
Yeah.
She's got a skinned palm of her hand. Everything's fine.
Take out a twig or a leaf from her hair and it's like, okay, all right. Well,
Abigail,
everyone
when you-
avoid that from now on.
Oh. When you take your next advancement, are you going to take a skill in falling?
No, what she needs is a skill in landing.
Oh no, she's very good at
falling's
landing.
easy. No, she's very good at falling. That's why she does it so
That's true.
often.
That's true. You are very good at it.
The debate over whether you take the
Thanks.
skill in falling or landing.
No, what she needs is a skill in jumping.
I already
Like,
have
as
a skill in
straw-
jumping.
Does a straw have one hole or two?
Yeah.
What would it look like if it has one? What would it look like if it had two? If it has two, what would it look like if it has one? Yeah. The surface, you get a little closer, and this is not it's not a monument or anything. You can see that almost right in front of where this trap was, there are like chunks and slivers missing out of the stone. People have come and chipped away at it to try and gather chunks of it out. For the size of it, there's not actually that much work that's been done to it. It is a dark stone. It does not glow as though it has the full light of Ruatil in it. You're not sure why that might be.
I turn to my husband. Do we have those pickaxes?
Good.
Yes, we brought them with us. Tommy ended up with one somehow, but I have over here. I have one.
Just gonna turn to. Do we want to try prying into it? Just because we've seen what this does for daggers and whatnot. Might be worth making sure everybody's got at least a rudimentary something on them.
He goes, "Are you out of those fancy arrows?"
I am.
Oh,
Yeah,
you are.
That's exactly
Maybe
what I
we
was
could get-
thinking.
Some tiny chips to
Yes.
put at the point of the. Okay, and
Yep.
he rears back and just starts hacking at the thing. As he bangs away at it, it's tough stuff. It does not like shatter all of the time. You realize that the energy of Desimata and Ruatil intersecting must have been cataclysmic compared to what you can do. But He starts working away at it, and he starts getting a few chips off of it. I will say that Beatrice, because you're the one who is currently holding the green, and it's tuned into anything green, you see as he's hacking away at this, deep within this crystal, there is like a spark that kind of lights up when he makes contact.
Ooh.
Like there is something going on way in here that you are.
Can
Go
I
ahead.
try something? I don't know if it
Wait,
does.
get in.
Yes.
I have my green axe. I just want to
Yep.
see.
Your Viridian axe.
Yeah, I
Oh,
just want to
try
see if it does anything different trying to chip into it with that. If there's any sort of reaction.
You first take a big swing at it, and it hits it, and it takes a fairly big chunk out of it. I would say that experimenting with it, you realize that you can cut this stuff with the Viridian axe instead of having to bang away at it. Like you can slice bits of it off if you were careful. It takes a while.
Oh my
but
god,
it
that's
splits
awesome.
it apart.
So
I
there's something.
I offer Beatrice a GM intrusion.
Taking it for sure.
Yeah.
I will give that to Abigail or Lauren, my other one.
Thank you.
You are captivated by the idea that there might be something inside here. And you put your hands, as everyone else is chipping around, you kind of put your hands and you're like walking around the side of it. And you're start to convince yourself that if you stare at it and you hold your hands up against it, that it can feel you, and that this light is growing closer to you. And you can see it being either walking or pulled towards you, or is it trying to connect to you because it feels your presence. And you stand then transfixed as it gets closer and closer. It looks almost like a human form mirroring your pose.
Ooh.
And its hands touch yours. And everyone around, there is a flash of green light. And Fabio stops with the pickaxe, and he turns, and you hear in this deep echoing voice coming out of Beatrice, it says, "Dawn has broken once again. The light of Ruatil is growth, potential. Let it shine over all the free people of these lands." You're carrying both the sword and the
artifact, yeah.
Yep. Both of them have an additional rune burned into them of overlapping triangles. And your depletion die goes up one die on both of them.
Nice.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Fuck yeah.
Holy shit.
The downside is much like your compatriot.
Yeah.
Now handling any of the other magics will require a high level check as you become more attuned to the ideals of Ruatil as you accept this energy.
Okay.
Which puts you and Abigail potentially at odds.
What?
Yeah, that's
No.
kind of what I was just looking at. I'm like,
We can work. We can work. Yeah, we can work together.
So we've got Kaiser, who has communed with Sonator, and
He's the avatar.
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
You better not vanish when we need you the most, okay?
Unity, ambition,
the first
comfort.
light bender. Yeah.
Oh la la. Beautiful. I'm gonna rush over to my sister. What? Beatrice? Beatrice!
Right. Am I out of it?
You still see her transfixed, and you catch this image of this bright green shape mirroring her pose, like almost like she's reflected in the stone in 3 dimensions.
Ooh.
What are you doing?
No
Do you
response.
see it? Oh, no.
Oh, no response.
No response for a minute. Yeah.
Hmm. No, it's her sister. She's gonna go try to grab her away.
Your skin touches hers. You grab her hand, pull her hand off, and there is this moment where did you two hang out when you were children?
Ooh. Mm.
I think we hung out in an office where we weren't supposed to be.
Yep. For sure.
Yeah.
1,000%.
We'd hide under the desk, behind the filing cabinet. We like
Mhm.
to spy on people for funsies.
Yep.
And
We
mess
learned
up
some
their
information we
paperwork.
definitely weren't supposed to at too young of an age.
I'm curious,
You
how old are Beatrice and Kiara?
current age?
Beatrice is
Yeah, currently.
Beatrice is in her mid to late 20s.
Okay.
And Kiara is early 30s.
Yeah. I wonder if it was Kaiser's office. He's in his late 50s.
100%. Yes.
Canon.
Yes.
Yes.
Totally
We
did
were
that.
singing in Kaiser's office.
Absolutely.
You both of you flash back to a moment where you're both tucked under the desk and you have each snatched a book that you are not supposed to have. I think probably Kiara is looking at one that perhaps has some adult/romance content in it that she's not supposed to read.
Yeah.
And
Possible.
Beatrice has just grabbed a book that has a bunch of numbers that she knows she's not supposed to look at, but she doesn't know what they actually mean. She's just like, haha, I've got this. And Beatrice, you look at your sister and you go, isn't this cool? We can do whatever we want. And Kiara, in the memory that maybe is real and maybe it isn't, you look at her and go, isn't it cool that we can just hang out here and be all cozy together? And then there's a snap and you're both back in the present moment.
I look
stand
at
there and blink for a minute.
Same. I look at Kiara and be like, did you see that?
Yeah.
The
I
light
look
is
at
gone
Kaiser
from
and
the
I get
stone.
a little bit of a giggle.
Is that his?
Haha.
What? What was that? There was a
It's light in there, and it drew near, and then I don't really know. And then I saw we were back as kids, I think.
you said
And you were
something.
there.
You said Dawn has
Dawn has come.
come
Dawn has
back.
broken once again.
Thank you. Dawn has broken once again. You're real jazzed about the Dawn coming back for this world. What?
And that's what we want, right?
Yeah, but I know your ego's big, but you've never thought of yourself as a deity.
I don't think of myself as a deity now.
You kind of sounded like one for a moment there.
Okay.
You are filled with a sense of a rush of potential. Like you just got
I mean,
energized,
like,
focused.
I feel like I
You were
could do
staring.
anything, but
Did anybody else see the figure, or was it just Beatrice?
Beatrice.
there's
I don't think anybody else had, she was the one who kind of made a beeline for her sister and it dissipated as soon as she grabbed her wrist.
You didn't. There was a figure in the there. You didn't see that?
I thought Kiara had
You
seen it
did.
in that
Yeah.
one. Yeah, okay.
Sorry, Kiara saw it as she
Yeah.
Sorry.
Mhm.
Did anybody but Beatrice? I thought you meant did anybody else. When Kiara was running up, she saw it. As soon as Kiara grabbed her hand, it dissipated. So I don't think anyone else would have caught it.
Okay.
Yeah, that's why I thought something was trying to take you. I it,
Didn't feel like that. It felt like something was strengthening me.
like like when you hold the dagger, or and she looks like
Well,
your sword.
even more than that. And I guess she'll take a look at her sword now and notice the fact that there's like an extra rune on it. That was not there before though.
I'm gonna take a look at that rune. Is it something we have seen?
It is a series of overlapping triangles. It's like the most base or pure indication of Ruatil, repeated over and over.
Well, I guess it really wanted its seal there. And I'm just gonna kind of like squeeze her hand a little bit, just a bit of reassurance that, like, yeah, no, she's still here. Magic is
I
weird,
think
but she's still here.
I think it takes Beatrice probably a second too long to take her hand off the stone. But she will remove it. She'll give us squeeze back and say, it's fine. I just can do anything. Always been the case.
Yeah, I've never had any doubt. For better and for worse.
Well, hopefully it can't get much worse than this.
Don't say that. Don't say that.
Yes, never say that.
Abigail, Abigail shoots in.
Uh yeah, so Kiara's a little weirded out by her sister getting all entrancified by the mysterious figure in the rock, and she's gonna go talk to Abigail now that Abigail's coming and yelling about. She saw there was a person, I don't know if it was a shadow or like a ghost or something. There was a figure she was touching on the stone. And I'm gonna point to the rune on her sword. I
Abigail blinks and she goes, at this point, Kiara, I'm not surprised. This place is fucking weird.
agreed. Where's Fabio? And she goes and just snuggles in with her husband for a bit because it's comforting, and that's nice in all of the weirdness.
Yes. We got a whole bag of the little chips and slices, but then we thought maybe cutting bits of a god away. If you get carried away, nobody is happy about that.
You are so smart. And she's gonna lean over and put her arms around him, give him a kiss. I'm still gonna use these.
He goes, of course you are. That's why we chipped them off. He has no concept of the internal struggles going on with anybody.
Yeah.
He's just doing his best.
Can you
I
help?
love my wife.
Yeah. So beautiful.
He agreed to come get banished with me, so I mean, yeah.
There you go.
Realistically, he's probably the only one who might have been able to get away because me and the kids were fucked. But
That-
he might have
That's
been.
true.
He might
That's
have
true.
been
He could
able
have
to
been
squeeze.
like gooses.
You start wandering away from there, being careful not to find any of the other
If-
pit traps. Oh no, sorry. Go
Before we
ahead.
do, Kaiser's
Yeah.
gonna, as everybody starts to kind of gather up to go back to wherever it is we're going. Kaiser's gonna hang back and kind of touch where Beatrice was touching. Just his finger pads, just on
Avatar
there.
it up.
He says,
That's what I was gonna say.
He's going into his
No.
avatar state.
Yeah.
"No, that it might be a little too bright here now. for your liking, and I get the feeling that maybe you don't like to have to borrow or use power of some other deific entity. So, Ruatil, I may not particularly like you, but I also don't know you all that well. So I'm not gonna give you something, because I can't give it to the people at the docks anymore. I know that this is probably just a really small piece of you. But I'm not gonna give you a really big piece of me. I'm just a person. And maybe it's one thing for you to draw your power from people and not some other god. We're going to attempt to energize this crystal.
I mean, take an XP just for trying this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
holy shit, dude.
Also,
And-
Beatrice, take an XP for that
Hell yeah.
craziness.
It usually draws from my might pool to do this, like with the other thing.
Yep.
So I'm going to sacrifice 3 points of my might pool
Hoo-hoo-hoo.
and offer
Sorry,
it
straight
to,
up. Sacrifice, like spend or sacrifice.
like spend like give 3
like
points.
Permanently.
reduce
Yes,
reduce
like
your maximum
permanently
by 3.
reduce my maximum by 3.
My god.
Whoa.
Holy shit, he is the avatar.
That's dope.
If that is the level of your sacrifice, the hand where you are touching, a hand mirrors it, and then the body grows, and you are looking. You have all the time in the world, where Beatrice did not. You are looking at yourself inside the crystal in green light. And Ruatil does not speak in words so much at this point, though you realize that might be possible if you keep going down any of these paths, that things may become clearer. But the message of seeing yourself is that this God does not think you are to rise to the potential of him or it. It thinks you are best to rise to the potential of yourself. That the most perfect version of yourself is the greatest gift that he can give you. And you think about how long this crystal has sat here, how it is a fragment of the god, and how long it would take a human being to no longer, for a part of them that they lost to no longer really be a part of them through decay and everything else. And yet, that contact, the reality that it is still a part of them is still intact. He is everlasting in that way. He accepts the gift of your vitality.
Damn. Oh my god.
Where does the mark of Ruatil appear on you?
I'm a sucker for a cool circlet.
Yeah.
Define circlet for me, because I'm an idiot.
You're not an idiot.
So much like Elberyn's was, it is the overlapped triangles set
Ooh.
into a viridian, like headband, basically.
In the daylight, this is something only one observing you carefully could see, like thin filaments. But you will find that under the light of the moon, it is an unmistakable crown that you wear. Is there a question or a impression that you want to understand from Bruto? Like, do you want the answer of that jealousy answered? Something
There's more curiosity of how do I put this? What does Ruto want for itself? It wants and it bestows ambition and individuality and independence in those whom it touches. What does it want for itself? Which may encompass that, potential jealousy. Potential, like, I don't want to depend on someone else's power to give me power.
There is no jealousy from Ruatil's part. There is an understanding that the nature is that light comes from somewhere and that he is a conduit to change that. But he believes, or it believes, that the power of the light should be free, not constrained or directed. That its purpose is to give choice. Then you feel the hand withdraw and the crystal goes dark once again.
What's everybody else doing? Because depending on what they're
I
doing,
think-
he's just gonna like very quietly and collected,
Slyly.
kind of walk back to the group.
I think that is a great spot for a 10-minute break.
Yeah, man. Oh my god.
Yeah, hell yeah, yo, that's fucking cool.
It is.
Oh my
Utterly.
god. Amazing.
We'll be back.
That was so fucking good. So good.
Hasty stuff all around.
Absolutely.
For three different characters.
Holy shit.
I'm gonna go get a drink.
Yeah, I gotta go. There we go.
I'll come back.
I am back. I have returned. Love the way you described the thing breathing on the circle and just that sensation of comfort. Just like I'm picturing like dragon's
A lot of
breath,
my
but
descriptions,
comfort.
a lot of my descriptions have been fun to make, and none of them are written down. So I'm glad you're recording these because, yeah,
These are improvised. Holy shit, man!
the things, the inscriptions and things people are saying are not improvised. Those are all written down, but
But your
all the other
descriptions.
stuff is improv. Yeah,
Damn, man.
Yeah, damn, man.
you know what I like.
You know what we like too, apparently.
Yeah.
I know what Ben loves.
Oh, fuck yeah. Good choice on the ice cream.
What kind of ice cream?
This is a butter pecan
Ooh, I haven't had butter pecan for a
bar
long
from
time.
Mexico.
This was a classic caramel and peanut, or caramel and peanut drumstick with vanilla.
I had a
I do like a
salmonberry
good
ice
drumstick.
cream that somebody made with their
Ooh.
They got the Ninja ice cream maker, the one that makes soft serve, and they put
Mm.
they put a bunch of fresh berries in there. Oh god, it was so good.
Every time someone says making ice cream now, I just think of Dale Kingsmill's two ridiculous ice cream making videos, which, if you ever want to see one person be chaos incarnate, Dale making ice cream is just unbelievable.
Check it out. I have to
But
admit,
first, you should watch episode 3 of
episode 3 of
NSBU.
yeah, Keith's telling Blair we need to watch it. But no,
You don't have to watch the whole thing all at once. You could just watch half of it.
Yeah. I keep getting sucked down in the holes of watching someone make ice cream rolls on like YouTube Shorts, where they'll have like, we're gonna use this, and they'll pour it on like the cold plate,
Like
and then pour ice cream base
the
over it.
slab, the stone slab.
Yeah, and they like mix it all up, and then they roll it all out, and it's just like, this is so hypnotizing. But it's just putting ice cream base over like candy.
We're talking about rolled ice cream.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
They took 3 of those like Magnum bars and made other ice cream out of it. I'm like, this feels kind of dystopian.
Maybe just a little bit.
There's a place downtown called Chocolate Favoris, and it's got soft serve that you do the like dip into the chocolate. They've got a bunch of different types of chocolate you can dip it in, and it's like high quality, really fucking good
Ooh.
chocolate. And like
Ooh.
super rich, creamy ice cream, like soft serve ice cream. And they've got like the last time I went, they had a raspberry one. And I got that dipped with the milk chocolate. And it was oh my god, it was so good.
That sounds
It was
amazing.
so damn good. Oh no, I got the dark chocolates. That's what it was, raspberry and dark chocolate. It was phenomenal. Oh,
Makes me
while
think
I
of
was
Grader's
looking after the
black
girls in the
raspberry
dorm.
chip.
What's that?
Grader's is an ice cream place around here that has black raspberry chip ice cream, and people go nuts for it.
Yum.
While the girls were at the dorm, apparently at one point while they were downtown, they visited a big, like they did a tour of some sort of place that ended in a chocolate shop.
As all should.
And did. But I guess they got like these little bags of goodies. And so they went to the one dorm mom, and like, hey, got a thing for you. And they came to me and they're like, do you like chocolate? And I'm like, is this a trick question? And they're like, yeah, but like, do you like the dark chocolate? I'm like, is this a double trick question? And so they pull out 2 Lindt bars that are both dark chocolate. I'm like, you're my favorites.
Ooh.
And she's like, we got one for maman. That's what they're calling their dorm mom. But she doesn't really like dark chocolate, so she didn't want it wasted. I'm like, nope, you're good. You get free rides to school for the week. Because
That's
my
so
my
nice.
car, I had to drive one girl to the school every day because she was injured at the very start of the program.
Oh, no.
She was still able to
Terrible.
like participate and like I lent her my walking sticks so she could do some of the more intense activities. But we didn't want her aggravating her sprained ankle, so
Yes.
she got a
Yes.
free chauffeur service in anywhere that there was a lot of walking involved. And since I had to take her every morning, that meant that there were 4 free spots in my car that the girls got to battle royale for in the morning. But then 2 of them brought me
Ah.
chocolate, and so there was only 1 spot left.
I had to be a teenager again. Never again. I don't want to, but
You could not pay me enough money to go back to high school. I
oh
mean, like
god,
on the
no.
other side of,
I
you know
teach
what I
it.
mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I teach it. That's good enough for me.
Yeah. Ugh.
One of my students was saying we should have like like there should be like a teacher age limit. Like it's like you shouldn't have crazy super old people teaching. And I was like, okay, kind of like a driver's license ID. Like you have to test again to make sure you're good. I could see that. And he's like, yeah, and also like a weirdness test. Like you can't be weird. And I was like, I think every teacher is a little bit weird because we all willingly
Yeah,
decide to come here as
Yeah.
our job. So
you've
something.
already failed the weirdness test just by taking the teaching degree
Yeah,
and
exactly.
walking
Like
across the
there's
stage.
something a little bit fucked up. We're like, you know what's great? We want a job that's thankless and works directly with children, and pays minimally.
Oh, hey, Natalie, I'm a master of education now.
Yeah. Look at you. I'm
Yay!
only a master of English, never of education.
I'm a master of
So you're more
education en français as well.
ooh, fancy.
And I specifically mastered. I finally looked up like the name of my program because people ask. I'm like, I don't remember. It's a master's of education. It's in French. It was landscapes in education was the name of my course. Is that not the most
That should have been a red
kumbaya
flag
bullshit
right there.
ever?
What was
That was a
yeah.
red flag.
Yep.
What's the
I was
landscape
talking
of education?
yeah. I was talking to there you gotta look at the doctorate programs like principals take. They're fucking crazy titles. I'm just like, okay. Not that I would ever be a principal.
Hello, Lauren.
Good God.
You know what? I might suck it up for the last couple years of my career so I could get better retirement because the pay gap
Ooh.
between the teachers and the
Yeah.
principals is pretty significant. But oh boy, I would
Huge.
be phoning it in as much as I'm able to do because I would be a
I would just
terrible principal.
oh god, me too.
Awesome.
Because some kids were like, "You'd be good principals." Like, no, I would not.
Here's how I would be a principal. I would go find the vice principal who really wants to be the principal and be like, okay, so you get to make all the decisions that you want and I will rubber stamp them. Go. I am on my way out. I don't care.
All right. We find ourselves perhaps another 500, maybe 1,000 vertical feet up the mountain as you make your way along what initially is only one path, the Pilgrim's Path. And as straightforward as the path is, it is decent but slow progress, as deliberately you must ensure that all of you and your compatriots make their way along without anyone getting injured. And as such, the sun is starting to go down. Kiara is fairly certain by her map that tomorrow morning you will have a couple of decisions about which way to go to get up to this. If you are looking for the symbol on the map, a couple of things that you can, choices that you will have to make. But for tonight, it is time to make camp. You have made significant distance and are kind of around the side of the mountain instead of facing the valley now, as the path curls around the mountain as it rises up. You think the likelihood of the wingtail straying this far on the hunt is highly unlikely. You're probably past the edge of its main hunting grounds. That said, there may yet be wildlife on the mountain that comes out at night. You are familiar with bears and wolves and such things, and you suspect there are parallels to that here. But for now, you have a fire. You all gathered round. I would say that perhaps as things calm down and you are all thinking about the day and no longer focused on every single footstep, that you might all have some thoughts about what one another have been through recently.
Yeah, this is all normal. We're good.
Each
all
of you
normal.
imagines the flames. Perhaps your mind is just wandering, but are bent towards the strange colors you have all identified yourself with lately, either the gold of Desimata or the green or somehow the black flickering inside, or perhaps you imagine that you can see purple and blue in the flames where they are at their hottest.
Yeah, Abigail definitely wants to talk to Kaiser, for sure.
Start there.
Yeah,
Cool.
so we could start there. Kaiser is making it painfully obvious that he wants to talk to Beatrice, but doesn't want to make it obvious that he wants to talk to Beatrice.
You're gonna have to talk to me on Odecourt at some point in time.
Yeah, but he's probably in his tent. And Abigail knows that he could be found there.
Okay. Abigail will approach the tent and just ask if she could come in and talk to him.
Yeah, of course.
Okay. Abigail goes through the door and she kind of looks for a place to sit. Is there anything? If not, she'll just sit cross-legged on the floor. Crisscross applesauce.
There's like cushions. Like he's sitting on a cushion, but cross-legged on the floor.
Okay, so she
Yeah.
will join him. I wanted to talk to you about something.
Oh, okay.
May I approach the bitch? I just saw the.
It's all I thought
yeah.
I'd be
I. She takes out the sword that Beatrice gave her.
Okay.
No, sorry. That was really aggressive maneuver. Apologies. That's not what I meant.
That's all right. You're not the first to draw a sword on me in my resting areas.
And you're not the first person I've drawn a sword on in their resting areas, so I do understand your.
We are very in our element.
This was Cecilio's.
I'm sorry about Celia.
Thank you.
Did you two know each other for very long?
Yeah. I mean, he was my partner for years. I think that, I guess I just thought that he might have gone out a different way.
How did you two meet? Like just working together, or is there your friends who just happen to also be in the same business?
We met working together.
Hmm.
Family needed a lot of people like us to keep things in line.
Makes sense. It's, you never really do expect them to leave anyway, but rather you hope they leave in a way that's more fitting.
Yeah. That's unfortunate, but I guess that's just part of life.
That's what she said too. Oh, yeah, I get it.
That's what who said?
My ex-wife, Solana.
I didn't know that you had an ex-wife.
Yeah, I mean, Nero calls me dad, but I became a dad to her a bit later in her life.
Mm.
It's because of her mom that I still find um, Desimot is not the only star, not the only son.
As someone who's been in the dark for a really long time, I am glad to hear that you have another son.
Well, she's my daughter, so.
How did I know you were going to make that joke?
Because it's a low-hanging fruit. And do you expect me to not make it a joke? Besides, it was a little gloomy subject, and I figure I like making you laugh. You don't do it very often.
I don't. I actually do it more often now that I'm on this planet than I've ever done it before. In at least like a long time. So thank
Probably
you.
feel free to do so.
Yeah, I mean it's different here. I don't have to try so hard to be something else. Or I guess I don't have to pretend to be someone who follows orders.
But you have you have a sense of freedom compared to what you had before, but all we can be is the best us we can be. And if we are the best us we can be, well, usually means we can work better together. Well, if I'm really good at building houses, and I build the houses, people have a place to live.
I mean, yeah. But then you also have an option to not build houses for people.
Oh, right, yeah.
How do you do that? Make those.
They build a house.
No. How do you make those compromises? You just make things make sense in your head. And then you say it out loud and it does make sense, but I don't see where the connection comes from sometimes. Like with that thing with Ruatil and Desimata. Yeah, when Beatrice gave me the sword, I was also holding the sword of Ruatil. I felt both energies, both magics. And they didn't work. I couldn't make it make sense, not like you did.
I think it's because I don't have to make it make sense. It just does.
The act of individuality, independence, and ambition just happens to make sense with the idea of community for you?
Well, okay. Think of it this way. All of these things exist. whether
Mhm.
we put the words to them or not. Words are just, I mean, and I've dealt with words a lot, like a lot. Words are just abstractions of ideas and feeling and the senses, emotions. That's what all the magic here is. You know, back home you had to have a tuning fork or an instrument, you had to hum or sing. This is all based on feeling.
Mhm.
And we are very, I mean, look at Beatrice. She's very, like, she's got a lot going on. You got a lot
Yeah,
going
she's
on. I got a lot going on. We're very, like, complex creatures. And we've always been that way. Just because we
do
have a
you
word for it doesn't mean that that word has a power over it. It's just so it makes sense to us.
what you're explaining reminds me of instinct, not anything else. Not like the basis level for everyone, the base level that everyone operates on, our base instinct, right? Our base feelings for certain things. With a place that doesn't really have structure or society, or do you think that because this place is the way that it is, it allows us to feel these things?
I think it's because of who we are that we feel them the way we do. Do you
So you
remember
think
when the
it's,
people at the dock, the lady at the dock, the big scary,
yeah, the
said
one
that
with the
it
blood
was,
kink?
yeah, okay.
I feel like that's going in the quotes eventually.
She said it was impossible.
Mm.
Even Aki and Mjol and Yari, they act as though it was not a thing that happens. These manifestations of this power coexisting. And I think it's because at their core, they are born of this. They are made of this. We we are literally built different
Mm.
than they are.
Hey Ben, take
But
an
it's
XP.
Hell
Ooh,
yeah.
hoo.
and because I mean we come from a place where the people ascend and become so powerful that they ascend to this paragon status. I don't think anyone here could even think of doing that. You know, it was a Ruatil or a Esmeralda. It was the Sonator or the fire thing. It, we are made of just different stuff, and part of me believes that's why it doesn't want to let us here. She could have picked anywhere else, literally anywhere else. She picked here, this place that had been asleep for so long, because she knew we could make a difference.
How do you think she knew about this place?
That I have no idea. Perhaps this is just a cycle, a stage in a cycle, and maybe Esmeralda was her predecessor. But
It is a very kind thought to believe that this place really is a second chance for everyone in the family. I told Beatrice the morning after Cecilio died that we were led here because we come from a society that doesn't change. The Emboli are individuals who are long lasting. They live longer than anyone else in their population, so they're really the only one that sees the effects or the fruits of their own laws and restrictions and preferences.
Yeah,
And
they make the rules. They live forever. They see they change the rules. Yeah, because like you or me, maybe we make it to a ripe age of like a 72.
20 years. I'm
No,
surprised to have lasted till
it's a
52.
15. Wait, there's a no way.
Okay, now I just feel like you're flirting.
No, like maybe it's just because you're very fit.
I guess I was just a little bit more jaded about why we were sent here than you. I guess I'm a little bit more. I guess I was a little bit more unwilling to believe that we truly were here, or we truly might be here as a way to better ourselves. It seemed more probable to me that the Emboli sent us here just to die.
You say that you had no intention of necessarily changing? That maybe we wouldn't change and the status quo could have been kept? Just like it
No.
was?
No, I'm saying that I didn't think any of us would make it very long.
Well, I'm happy to disappoint.
And I'm happy to be disappointed.
Good. We have a lot of work to do, and I know you want to rest. But I want you to rest in the way that you see rest. Like a rest for me is just a nap on the sofa. But I do like office work. Well, I mean, the past couple of weeks, it's been a little more than that. But yeah, but you find what the rest is.
I spoke with Lucius back at the wreckage of our ship. I had told him about my experience with the green shard, with what I felt, with its ambition, with what it drives you to do. And he recommended I tell everyone or speak to people about that. And if I'm going to be completely honest with you, Kaiser, I wasn't about to tell Beatrice or Kiara that I had a confessional with Lucius. Just because that's not something I usually do. But he recommended that I speak to you, to someone, at the very least. And I just haven't done that yet. I think my rest would look a lot like teaching others. Like maybe not in a way. I guess not in the way of the family, just like encouraging them to think for themselves, but also for a community as a whole. Like, what would be best for the community rather than what would be best for the family. But I don't know what that looks like. I don't know
He
what
reaches
exactly that would
over
look like.
and takes your hand. Says, "You say you don't understand how these conflicting powers interact. What you just described, I think you understand it all too well. You want to teach them to be as efficient, take care of themselves so that they can take care of others. Because if you have no you to take care of others, then who's going to take care of them? It's like you. Who's going to watch out for us? There is no you. Who's going to step up to the plate like you have? I mean, sure, you were paid back home, but now you're here because you need to survive. But don't tell me you don't enjoy Kaiser's company. You
You're
don't.
very refreshing.
Yeah. Without self, there is no community. But if the rest for you is teaching other people, that is what you deserve.
You always give me something to think about every time I leave one of our conversations.
I hope so. That's what I kind of try to do. I
Well,
did it with the Flamin Horatia, and she was like, "Oh no, no," and then she was like, "Oh, okay, maybe."
what did you say to Flam and Horatia?
Oh, I just you know, you work all day and it's sunlight, and the light is alive. Sometimes you need a rest, and I mean a literal rest. There comes a peace, then there comes a toil. Comes peace, comes toil. The light is life, but life needs other things to flourish. The warmth of a fire, ambition to better oneself, and rest at the end of the day. It's like a seed. It needs sunlight, it needs time to rest, it needs a water. Sometimes people put the poop on the soil.
You keep using that metaphor.
Yeah,
It was, it,
this is just something you said to me.
um, it hasn't been something I've said in a long time.
I know.
Well, on that kind of vague note, I'm glad it seems to be helping you at the very least. Or you seem to understand it maybe a little bit better than I do right now.
Maybe right now. But I know you understand it.
Okay. It's a good talk, Kaiser.
It's a good talk.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And Abigail gets up to leave.
Good night. Oh yeah.
Nero is like.
Did
Sorry.
she say that loud enough for Abigail to hear? Oh, okay.
We're running on a campaign, Ben.
Stick with it till the end.
What does Nero
But,
say to that? I want to know.
Nero's about 5 paces outside of the tent, and she is like stolen someone's blanket from around the fire, and she's standing there tapping her foot. She goes, I was a little worried you were going to be in there all night because nobody told me I could take your tent spot, so kind of between one or the other. You know, if you're into my dad, you're just telling me, and I don't hang around the tent no more.
What?
If you're into my dad, I know you're getting old. Maybe you can't hear so good anymore. You just telling me, and I don't hang around the tent no more. But I gotta sleep in there. Half of the tent is for me right now.
Couldn't you just sleep with Beatrice?
Beatrice liked that some nights, and we're not gonna get into that. But the arrangements when we set up with the camp did not have a room in Beatrice's tent for me.
Apologies. I did not mean to interfere with your sleep. Kaiser and I were just talking.
Sure. Look, you give this a blanket back to Dante because I stole it from him, and he has a little less to the fire, and I'm going to go lay down. And she goes back and goes in the tent.
It alternates which days it's Beatrice and Dante. It's Nero and Dante. There's a schedule.
I guess Abigail brings the blanket back to Dante. I guess that's
He goes,
just
oh,
what
thank
she
goodness.
does.
I thought she was going to just stand in there all night. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Abigail. It's a good.
Sure.
And
Yeah. I'm gonna go lay down.
he looks at her and he goes, you going to say no to Nero? You know, being about the books. When she asked me for the blanket, I said yes. That was probably, in retrospect, not the thing I would say to most people.
Is he still talking to Abigail?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
He's like trying to explain why he let Nero tank the blanket. Like everyone else around you is very micro-focused.
Yeah.
All the rest of you are having these
need to-
big philosophical thoughts.
Yeah, she kind of gives him a confused look. She goes, you don't need to tell me why you lent someone a blanket.
Oh, that's like the only thing that happened tonight. So,
Oh.
yeah.
You should talk to Beatrice. She probably has some wild stories for you. Do you guys talk? Like, I've noticed that with Nero and you and Beatrice, you're gonna just do what she tells you. Kind of just seems like you don't have a lot of thought for yourself.
Well, like if you want to stay friends with someone as important as Beatrice, it's important that Beatrice is happy, and the easiest way to make sure she is happy is to listen carefully and help her out with all of the things that she wants help with.
Right. So I do see where you're coming from. However, I think that it's also important to make people unhappy sometimes.
What?
I if okay. I think Beatrice has a lot of potential for a lot of things. I think she'd make an incredible leader, and I actually think she puts on a mask a lot of the times so she doesn't have to do a lot of things that she wants, or she doesn't have to do a lot of the things that she just tells other people to do. If that makes sense. And like you're part of the retinue, the people that she wants to do things. It's very like it's very much like she never wants to do anything for herself. She wants other people to do it for her. And that's just
And he's
not
kind of
how,
nodding along with you, like,
yeah. And that's just not
okay.
how that's gonna work here. Like,
But if
do you get that?
but if I don't, if that's not like the relationship where she has it like under control, and she has a kind of pay for things, and we can go the places and all of that. If that's not the relationship, like I don't know what like what's left instead. Like I don't have it instead. He looks really uncomfortable at the idea of things
Yeah.
changing, because it kind of pulls the rug out from under his perspective.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Abigail clocks that and she just goes for it. She just keeps pushing. She says, I think that we are in an entirely new location. Dynamics can change. Whatever you want for yourself, I think it's important for you to consider that going forward. Just because Beatrice tells you to do something doesn't mean you have to do it. But if you value a relationship or a friendship with Beatrice, I think that equal footing can go a long way. Like, oh gosh. If I was Beatrice, if I was in her position, I would want someone to tell me no. I would want someone to talk things through with me. I would want someone
I think that's
to.
her sister. I watch her sister tell her like a lot of things that make her kind of frown, and then she comes back to us and she says, "Well, that's my sister," and I'm like, "Yeah, totally."
Right. But her sister's not always going to be around her. You know, like she can't just rely on her sister to keep a hold of her. And I think it might be beneficial for you and Nero if you might consider maybe being more like Kiara in that aspect. I'm not
Kind of gives you
saying
like this. He's trying to smile. He's trying. He's going like, "Oh no, I've been trapped by a crazy person." Vibes like, make me a persuasion check.
Oh jeez. Abigail's not good at this.
Out here trying to get rid of my manpower? Come on, what have I done to you?
I was gonna say this is probably a difficulty 6, because his existence is predicated on maintaining the very things
Quite
that you were
literally.
asking him to
Quite
abandon.
literally, yes.
Well, it's not. She's just encouraging him to be more of his own person, and just maybe find a more equal
know what that
footing
is.
than.
Hey, I direct him pretty well, I'd say. Okay, I don't know why he needs a change in management.
Okay, so now here's the thing.
I feed him. I let him out. Like,
You have an inability in persuasion?
No.
No, okay, well, that's good.
I can tear up right now and take a second level of effort.
Yeah.
Do it.
And I think
Do
I'm
it.
gonna do it. I'm gonna do
Do
it.
it. You haven't already selected it. Yeah, it's just your second level of effort. Cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Yo, it was very meant to be.
Holy shit!
Wow.
Oh my god!
Oh,
Wow!
Percent in the ranks.
You don't have impart ideal. What are you doing?
He goes, okay, Abigail, I can tell you are looking out for me in a way that I kind of quite wrap my head around right at this exact moment. But I'm going to go to sleep, and then Nero and I are going to talk in the morning, and I'm going to try saying a bunch of the things you just said to Nero, and then maybe I have to come talk to you again. Maybe not. I don't know. You sense that like a little tiny rock at the bottom of a big pile has moved, and you're not sure if the whole pile's coming down with it at the moment.
Yeah.
You're just not sure.
I think Abigail, she's not done anything like this in a very long time, so she's like, "Oh no, I think I might have gone about this the wrong way." But she doesn't say anything. She just goes, I'm always open to talk if you would like. Good night.
That puzzles the hell out of him. Like when you say that, he's like, you are? Because like I think the first four okay. If you say so.
I know I don't usually seem okay. Okay.
We're good.
Good talk.
We're good then. Yeah, good talk. Good talk. Now we sleep.
Now we sleep. And Abigail walks away.
Oh my god.
Gonna break everything.
So fucking funny. Remember, you get your points back for your 2 effort.
Yes.
Effort? I don't need no effort.
You don't even need it.
I don't even need it.
You don't even need it.
Is there anything else before the nighttime ends? Because I know that I was gonna say I know Kaiser is never gonna independently work up the courage to talk to Beatrice.
No.
Well, I figure out that he wants to talk to me is the question.
This is a good question. So what does Nero know about your desire to talk to Beatrice? Not for tonight, but just in general. Does Kaiser confide in Nero that he thinks perhaps Beatrice and him need to have a meeting of the minds at some point? Okay.
I kind of need to talk to your friend, Beatrice, but I don't. You know, I don't like doing that. Because she just says what she wants.
She kind of nods. She's like, "Yeah, that's what makes it pretty simple to hang out with her."
Yeah, it's okay, but it's like you know, she's really good at talking, but she's not so good at listening.
So, I don't think I could have fixed that for you, Dad.
Yeah, I'm just explaining why I don't want to talk to her. But I think I need to eventually. She's you know, she's a real like a go-getter.
Yeah, I'm gonna sleep on it. I'm gonna try and figure out the right of words to say to one of you to get the ball rolling, but I don't know what those are right now.
That's
So
okay. Sleep on.
yeah. So what naps and the sleeping is it for? Are
Yeah.
you okay, Dad? Just yes, no, simple question. God, I hope it's a simple question.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Okay, good to hear. That's great. She gives you
I
a big
just still
hug.
think it's funny that
No, you answered the question. It's
no,
quite
no,
simple.
I'm good. Yeah, he gives her a hug.
Pats you on the back, rolls over and tucks herself into her bedroll. It's like I have to ask the question, but God help me if this is complicated. I'm not equipped. Kiara, I think you wanted to say something.
Now, I am going to be reading something that I wrote because it's a bit longer, but it conveys a sentiment. So, Kiara is leaning with her husband. The moment is feeling like introspective. They've got kind of like a blanket shared kind of between them. It's awkward because it's not like built for that exactly, but the sensations from earlier sitting on that throne have really stuck with her. She's kind of staring into the fire, seeing the blue and the red, thinking of what it was like to see that. Kind of like a memory overlaying when she's looking at the fire, and she just remembers that sensation of warmth and comfort and home. And she pulls out her hand and looks at her wrist, and she's wearing a bracelet. It's an uneven loop of scavenged treasures: sea glass worn smooth, a chipped bead, a button with half its paint gone, a twisted copper wire. To anyone else, it might look like nothing, but to Cece and Luca, it was a trove. To Kiara, a piece of them that she could always hold close to her heart. The heat of the flames paints her cheeks, but it's Fabio's arms that she sought for comfort, for warmth, and for connection. His palm rests against her back with steady weight, the kind that says without words, "I'm here." She breathes in the faint scent of the wood smoke and his sweater, and the rise and fall of his chest feels like comfort and rhythm. And for a long moment they sit without speaking, the world and the fire fading into the background. And when she finally speaks, her voice is low, threaded with an ache of memory, and she tells him she misses it. The smell of coffee drifting up in the morning from the shop before dawn, the bakery ovens breathing their heat until the windows fogged, the creaks of that front step that they never fixed but always said they would, and laughed every time. She misses the chipped cups, the warm loaves, and the quiet evenings when the fire hummed low and the air was heavy with bread and cinnamon. And she admitted that he might have been right about this, that, or the other thing. She's so guilty. She still feels the weight and the loss of the life that they were supposed to have, the one that they had both worked so hard for. Her husband's arms tighten slightly, a familiar reassurance, and she glances up at him, and she speaks of endless optimism. How even when he had a leaking roof, even when he had clerics coming after him, threatening to seize everything, when he saw her, he said everything was going to be okay because she was there. She thought at once it was an act to keep her from breaking, but now she knows better. His voice shifts reassurances and comfort, and she tells him about what she saw today. It was a feeling like dragon's breath. If it could bring you home, if it could bring every piece of comfort, every degree of warmth, every soft blanket, every bit of butter melting on the tip of your tongue. It was the pull of a hearth. It was a promise. It was the sound of our children's feet thudding across the floor, snow melting on their boots. It was the smell of bread and wood and flour stuck on your nose. She turns the bracelet on her hand, the scavenged pieces catching the firelight with small sparks, and she looks to him. I think I know what it is to have optimism. I think I see why you're able to keep going. I think I see the possibilities. Because even though we lost everything, I've got everything with you here. And as long as you promise to follow the only rule that matters, we're going to be okay. Imagine everything. Luca scrambling up orchard trees, scratched but triumphant. Fruits in both hands, like he did back home. Winters, we don't even know how long winter is here. But they could build castles in the snow. Springs where the rivers sing as it starts to melt. Cece could sing from any point. There's so much for her to explore. Maybe they'll make something better. And she looks to her bracelet. Maybe they can make treasures out of trash. Maybe something bright will come from all of this. A world pieced together just like they did with this. Broken bits treasured all the more for the care it took to bind them into something strong. And she leans to her rock, to her comfort, and she envelops herself in his warmth.
He holds you close and he says, Desimata brought us here for a reason, and I have to trust that that reason was a good one. Even though I don't know how a goddess thinks, I don't have to. Yeah. Looks into his heavy jacket and he pulls out a little metal container. Looks like it should have been used for creamer or sugar or something like that, and it's been tied shut with a string very tightly. And he goes, they care as much about you as you care about them and us. He goes, Cece gave me this before we left because she said I might need something to keep me warm. And he cracks the lid of it. She has given him the light of Desimata that you gave her, thinking that it was more important that he have it on his long journey than she had back at camp. I think maybe we raced them right.
They're going to be okay. We're going to be okay.
Of course.
For the first time today, I think I can actually believe you. Love you, amore.
You always come around. And he pulls you tight and he kisses you on the forehead. And I think that's a perfect spot to leave the end of the section. Emotional damage.
Oh yeah. Holy shit.
For sure.
What the fuck?
I don't think I've ever run a session packed with so many different just feelings. Just like you feel things. You don't say a lot of things. You don't act upon things. You just feel a lot of ways.
Yeah. Yeah.
I love the way you guys approach this. It's awesome that you have accepted the core fiction of this place. And explored it this way. I think is really, really cool as someone who who tried to create something interesting to play with, that you have all found it interesting to play with. So thank you.
Oh yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you for giving us this.
Mm-hmm.
This whole concept of how the magic is divided is phenomenal.
Very interesting.
Oh my god, it's so cool.
Do like it quite a lot.
Yeah, I wrote that on my on the break. I'm like, oh shit, that's gonna change her perspective a lot.
That was really good.
Yeah, I thought you were going to get to the cave by the end of this episode, but I was like, oh well, we've slowed down a bit. Well, that'll save me some prep for next week.
There you go.
Oh, sorry.
There you
My
go.
apologies. It's 2 weeks.
2
Week
weeks,
after.
yeah.
Oh,
I'm
we
working
skipping
next
next
week.
week.
Yeah,
Okay.
I have I work Wednesday, Thursday.
Okay.
I gotta be
I have
on call.
aligned my visit to my parents, so it'll be easier not having to miss a week.
Mm.
That's
Thank you.
dedication, Joe.
Well, it's pretty easy
Most
because I
people-
wasn't going to do it originally, but with the last minute changes, it's like, when is a convenient time to go? Ah, there we go.
He is gonna use you nice now. What have you done?
My goal with that more was like,
No, I
I
get it.
think Beatrice would be a really good leader if people just really started to like
He let
maybe
people
try
in and
to be the
actually-
voice of reason with her rather than just doing what she says.
She actually let people in and discuss things with her.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be great.
Yeah.
You gonna do that?
Oh,
Who
yeah.
knows?
I just like, I loved playing an NPC who was like, I only understand this relationship as me toadying up to her and getting like rewarded for it. And you're suggesting to just not.
You're suggesting
Like,
something insane.
you haven't offered up a replacement for that. You've just said don't. And he was like, what do you mean don't?
That was a little crazy.
Yeah. I figured it would be a wild idea considering that both
I loved it.
Nero
Awesome.
and Dante were part of her retinue. That's an actual thing she gets as her type. So I was
man,
like,
I should've
ooh,
gotten
how's this
followers.
gonna work?
She got a follower. Just get them even more entrenched into me.
She's actually 1 follower short. She's supposed to have 3. So
Yeah.
she's traveling light.
I'm
as it
working
were.
on not full strength here, okay? The fact that I've done this much is freaking impressive.
She
My
left one
personal
at home
statement
at
is
CC.
nowhere to be found.
What'd you say, Joe?
I said maybe she left one at home and it's CC.
Oh.
Future follower.
That's the goal.
Yeah. She's planning in advance, you see.
Yes, I have to have. They're gonna retire, Nero and Dante at some point. I gotta have a backup, you know.
It's
The new
just
generation.
your niece.
Yes, exactly.
The retinue.
Yeah.
Hey.
Hey.
Dad joke?
Uh,
I think you mean. Gotcha.
Ben, I really enjoyed that conversation between Kaiser
really good.
and Abigail. I think you
Likewise.
have a really good grasp of the world in general. And I think, like, the way that you convey it is just very, like, oh, yeah, this totally makes sense to me. Let me explain why it should make sense to you, kind of thing.
Mhm.
Ben gets a that XP was for making the correct deduction
Connection
about
about the fact
the
that-
campaign without
Yeah.
ever having it spoken out loud, nor specifically
Very
like
impressive.
explored. Yeah,
Very
I
impressive.
was like, oh yeah, that's it.
I was
That's
like,
kind of the
Because I was thinking,
the
like,
thing.
why are we so different? You know.
it's just, yeah, it's really just what the vampire lady said.
Mhm.
That's impossible. None of us could do that. Like, okay,
Yeah.
well, then we just have to be very different.
Different, yeah.
But the implications for that are
Or
Fucking
Very
massive.
Wild.
Yeah.
That is a secret. That is a specific piece of information that could be very dangerous in anyone's hands that was not Kaiser's.
Yep. Yep.
Yep.
Thank God he's the Avatar. Anyone else might be a problem.
Thank God he's the Avatar.
Beatrice would be a fucking nightmare. That would not be a good thing to have. Can you hear
but
Tyrant?
the Ruatil thing, like the figure in the stone,
that was
that
dope.
was cool.
That was dope.
Mhm. Oh my god. The figure in there, what the fuck?
Mm-hmm.
And I know it's a minor thing, but I did like the way Fabi's like, oh, we thought that maybe cutting off pieces of a god.
Yeah, it's like,
Not the best idea.
smart.
After he started talking, it seemed like a much worse idea.
Yeah. Oh no, it talks. I better stop cutting pieces of it off.
It's like, whoa. This? No, I didn't do this. What? Other people did.
God.
Yeah.
Okay, folks, I gotta head to bed because it's the first week of school. So tired.
You got this. One more day.
Gross.
One more day.
Oh, why can't we do 4-day weeks? At least on the first week of school. Yo.
That's a great idea. We actually do it here because
I was
Labor
gonna
Day is
say that.
always.
That's what we do. I got nothing to say.
Yep.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's a 3-day. I've had it one time be a 3-day where the PD day was the Wednesday or the Tuesday, so it was just Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
I've had a 2-day one. It was awkward.
Wow.
And we're like, why?
That is
Why? Why is
Yeah,
Hi,
that
bye.
is weird.
I hear.
Hi, everybody. 1 day, 2 days. Do you remember my name? No? Okay.
We'll try again next week.
Yes. Have a do-over.
Oh, this is a great session, Greg. I'm very excited to go into
Thank you.
the belly of the beast, potentially.
Mhm. Ah.
Haha.
It'll be a little trip.
It's gonna be
a little
something.
trip.
And you know,
Oh, yeah.
we'll see what's at the top of this mountain. And you know, I'm still wondering about Horatia in the back of my mind because we
I
haven't
know.
seen a lot from our Mr. Black Tier guy, and I don't think he's gonna love the fact that we're taking away his sole domain of this
Yeah,
realm.
it's probably not great. Even though she has been the funny thing is that what Kaiser convinced her of out loud was that sometimes you need a rest, which in the short run is cool.
Long run.
In the long
Yeah.
run might be problematic.
Yeah.
Excited.
We'll
When
see.
she got brought up, I was like, oh my god, you told that to her and she didn't try to kill you?
We only
She's
have
gonna
a
try.
suspicion that she murdered somebody. We're not
Yeah, I was gonna
positive.
say I have my spinning top. It's okay. It's right
How many
here.
XP do you have before you go, Nat?
I
Like
have
how many?
3.
You have 3, and are you like one advancement from?
I'm already at tier 2.
Oh, you're already at 2. So you got your additional abilities both from your focus and
Yep.
your. Cool, awesome.
Mhm.
Just want to make sure you're advancing properly. 'Cause
I'm
it's
almost to the next advancement in tier 2. So the first advancement in tier 2.
Ooh.
nice. You're one more.
I think I'm gonna put
awesome.
some edge into speeds. More.
Makes that a little cheaper,
That's
little
nice.
discount on your speediness.
Yeah. Well, the armor's kind of weighing me down a little bit on certain speed
Yep.
things, so I'd like it to not cost 7 every time I roll something.
That will basically negate your armor cost, right? Because
Yeah.
you have 1 speed
Mhm.
edge versus your 1 armor
Yeah.
cost. So you'll come out net when you're moving around.
Yeah. So,
Yeah,
so as
cool.
much as 3 effort would be great, I don't know if I need that much effort.
I mean, you'll get 3 effort eventually.
Yeah.
3 effort really gives you the "I want it to happen now"
Mhm.
thing, but it's expensive. So
Yeah. All right, folks. I will see you guys in 2
2 weeks.
Go
See you in 2
Enjoy.
weeks.
And I'll have a new
Bye.
tattoo at that point. So
Oh,
Wow, you have to show us.
yeah, my sister's coming into town. So, and we're gonna have the world's most elongated matching tattoos because she decided last minute that she actually wants a tattoo in color, and the tattoo artist doesn't specialize in color. So we're gonna have to find a new place for her.
Oh no.
It's
Well, good luck
okay.
with
She's like,
that.
well, I didn't, because I was like, well, I paid a deposit, so like, do you want me to cancel it? She's like, you paid a deposit? I was like, yeah. And she's like, I didn't pay a deposit. And I was like, okay. Well, I did.
then.
So
Figure it out.
Yeah.
she's like, well, we can look at your tattoo. And I was like, sure, we'll just have the world's most elongated matching tattoos. Didn't actually happen the same day. All right. Good night, folks.
Good night.
Good night.
Later, Louie.
Louis, please let
Bye.
me log off.
Bye, Louie.
He
Louie
says
goes, I'll push
bye.
the button. I'll push the button. Where's the
I'll
button?
do it.
So
Probably
good.
good. I probably scared him, but good night, everybody. Bye.
Good
Bye-bye.
night.
There's a lot of feeling it in your gut in that session.
Oh yeah, all the feels.
I can't figure out if I'm blurry or if I'm just zoomed in on my camera.
You were blurry for a while.
And I was trying to fix it because that looks fairly clear. That's
Yeah.
definitely blurry.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're like Bigfoot.
But let's see what if I
Maybe
I'll try something.
Bigfoot's just blurry.
It's blurry.
Blurry.
Yeah. If I turn off autoframe, am I definitely blurry? Oh yes, I'm definitely blurry. Why are you not happy with me, camera? I still
Camera's
look
like,
like
I'll
me.
never tell.
I'll never tell. See, that's in focus. That's it. Is it refocusing at all?
No.
Well, it was clear, and then you put your hand up in front of it, and then now you're blurry again.
Maybe disable, re-enable?
Turn. Ugh.
Nope.
Disable the preview. Camera properties. Camera control. Focus auto. Turn focus off. Back on. Oh,
Hey, there
turn
we go.
off. Oh,
Oh,
there I
oh,
am. Okay.
cool.
Yeah, better. Apply.
Yes.
Okay. High GPU load. Shut up. Focusing apparently is a high GPU load.
What a load.
Okay, I'm done dicking with my camera. Oh man.
That was a fun session.
Mm-hmm.
I almost didn't approach the big green stone.
I'm glad you did.
Because
So I-
Kaiser was thinking, like, maybe Ruatil doesn't want anything to do with me, and that's okay. Because Ruatil is individualism. But then I have to think, if Ruatil is just Ruatil, doesn't have influence elsewhere, I think he would like to have influence elsewhere.
Of course he would.
I did like the question, what does Ruatil want?
Yeah.
That was really cool.
It was nice to get a really well presented response to that.
clarity.
'Cause- yeah,
Yeah.
because like it really opened Kaiser's eyes to a lot of things.
Yeah, it's interesting because although all of the gods feel like they are correct, they don't all want dominion per se, right? Like
Mm.
Ruatil, I will tell you, Ruatil was devastated at the destruction of the sun because
Well, no doubt.
he knows his purpose is never to create light. So without light, he lost as much as Esmeralda did. But that doesn't mean Esmeralda likes his light being reinterpreted. It's
Like a
one
bunch
of those
siblings
like
just rub each other the wrong way sometimes.
if you read stuff about like Egyptian gods or Buddhist gods, they often contain contradictions and often have contentious relationships with other entities who they also have affection for. Like it's both things, right?
Yeah, you've got love for your rival.
Yeah, I wanted to really capture those sort of contradictions going on, and to an extent explain some of them, right? Explain that it's not all cut and dry.
No. And I also like, I don't know if this was done on purpose, I'm sure it was, but flame is literally the blade that cuts through both light and dark. Like it is quite literally something that cuts through light and dark and produces its own light
And heat.
and heat
And
and
heat.
allows for life to thrive.
Mm-hmm.
Whether that was done on purpose, Greg. Good on
Canon
you.
now.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I am stoked for you guys to get underground.
It's gonna be
Stoked.
so freaking cool.
Oh yeah. Oh, and
Can't wait to
good
fall in
night.
more holes.
Good night.
I'm putting that in the quotes too.
Good night. Sorry.
Oh, Kaiser's good night to Abigail.
Good
Oh,
night,
yeah.
Tanya.
I thought you were going there for sure, and then I'm like, oh, we're doing a tease again. Okay,
Yes.
We
fine.
gotta do it. We have to do it when the fruit will bear the most juice.
Mm-hmm.
Wonderful. But yeah, it was. I was surprised at how much I could narrate without any written descriptions, because I absolutely did not know what happened when you sat down in the throne exactly until you people started sitting in the throne and just dropping your asses down in there.
There's
I'm like,
chair,
oh.
just sit in it, you know? What's the worst that could happen?
You find a chair, you sit in it. That's how it works.
Yeah.
That's
What
what
chairs
you do,
is
man.
for?
It's funny because, like, right before that happened, I had I made a Borat reference to Blair. And I was like, I'm in the chair. Like, Rob, you can't make this shit up.
What is the name of this session?
Yeah, what did I call this one? Oh, well, it's not, again, once again, not quite accurate. Up the mountain and down.
I mean, down in our fields.
Well, I guess.
I mean, I don't know. Kiara felt pretty damn good.
Yeah. Emotional manipulation from the power of a god is kind of crazy. I'm this kind of feels at this point, and I knew we were getting close, and I wasn't sure if we would ever get there, but it kind of feels at this point a little like a short Critical Role season where
Yeah.
everybody has like the real heavy. They realize sort of the weight of what they're doing somewhere during the process. Not that I watched a lot of Critical Role, but I watch people recap it and highlight it, and usually they pick the densest moments of narrative to highlight, so I don't have to sit around for 4 hours to find the good stuff. Like, oh,
Yeah.
you're gonna recap it in 22 minutes? Awesome.
I'll watch that instead of 4 hours of content.
Yeah.
I like that we can be concise, but also just so densely packed with fun and emotion.
Yes.
And
Mm-hmm.
it's great.
It's both what I've always strove to put on the table, and then to find people understand how to eat it. Right? It's why it's why Sunday took so long to get a table that looks maybe like it's finally stable with 5 people. Because it was always like, well, this but not that, but this but not that. And
Yeah.
you know, Kevin was always like, oh, Kevin gets it. Kevin absolutely is like feasting on this stuff.
Oh yes.
And
Watching
everyone
him
else
chew
was
the
like,
scenery leaves
yeah.
no crumbs.
And everyone else, obviously you two are great because you're here and I already knew what I had, right? But then everybody else who was in and out was like, okay, you're kind of picking at your food. Like some weeks you eat your food, and other weeks I don't know if I've served you the right thing.
But we've got a good table now.